Hi guys, Ex Mosquito here. Yeah, I thought I'd give this in-game commentary a try because it seems a bit impersonal, just banging videos up and just say, oh yeah, there you go. I thought it might be interesting to see the reasons why I do things or certain strategies, and yeah, I thought it might be useful to some people. Anyway, right, here we go. Yeah, this is just a one life replay. Oh yeah, one life replay of the first loop. I can't do the second loop yet. I've tried a few times, but it just seems insane. The bullets are just way more dense, and yeah, I don't think I got the patience to go through. So yeah, first loop will do, I think. Yeah, well, here's stage one. Obviously, yeah, I don't really need to commentate on stage one really, because I think everyone can do it. Yeah, I was first exposed to R-Type when I used to play Shinobi in Big John's video shop. It was always next to it, well, sandwiched between Shinobi and Pac-Land. Yeah, I mainly played Shinobi back in the day, well, in that arcade, but now and again I played R-Type. And yeah, one day I went over to my cousin's house. He had a Spectrum, and yeah, he had R-Type, and I saw it, and it was insane, the conversion on that. So I got a copy off him. Went home and just played it religiously, and I started to pick it up in the arcade. Then started to appreciate it a bit more, and yeah, then a few years after, when I got my Master System, that was the very first game I got, was R-Type. Well, I got Golden Axe on Christmas Day, and then R-Type with my Christmas money. So yeah, pretty good Christmas Day. Yeah, well, here's stage one. I think everyone can do this, can't they? Yep. Yeah, if you notice, I try not to spam bullets. I like to pick things off, well, with a little bit of precision, and it's a bit quieter when you're playing, because those Astro City buttons, or Samurai buttons, are really noisy when you're making these replays. So less button presses the better. Yeah, this is quite a good strategy. I just found that out by accident. I don't think that works on the PC Engine version though, because you can't see the missiles at the top. But on here it works. Yeah. Anyway, that was the laser. I think I think it's best to stick with the ripple. Yeah, I call this red weapon I got now the ripple gun, right, for future reference. Well, here's the stage one boss. He's pretty simple. Yeah. It's a bit risky to do what I'm doing there, but I know where he stops, so there you go, stage one boss. He's easy. Yeah, that's me getting up to check his recording, because I've done that before. I've recorded a game and I didn't press record. Anyway, right, here's stage two. Yeah, it's a pretty good strategy I figured out on here. I thought, what would happen if I just went, yeah, right up to the screen, to the far right? Would I get hit? So I tried it, and it seems to work pretty good. As you can see, it works for the first few enemies. Yeah, that one. And when you see that alien head come at the bottom right, that's when you got to move, because they'll sandwich you in. There, that's it. Go back. If you don't do that by there, you'll get killed. Yeah. Anyway, this weapon, I think it's best to stick with this weapon until, well, for the first 4 stages at least. Oh, no, the first 5 stages, I'd say. It is the most useful weapon, I'd say. Yeah, well, this stage doesn't really get hard yet. It's still, I think most people can get past this stage, so I won't bang on about it too much. Yeah, if you notice there, you can make that go at a really wide angle, like there. Yeah, that's pretty nuts. But right, here we go, first boss. I'd avoid getting the laser by here, because if you're just going for a quick kill, because yeah, this is a quick kill replay, really. Yeah, if you just want to go for a quick kill, stick with this weapon, because it is really powerful. Yeah, there's a few ways you can beat this boss. You can either take out the egg or let it time out and kill the body parts. Like by there, I could have snuck past, but I chickened out, because I did it the go before and I died. Yeah, this is the most efficient way to kill him. If you just position your pod. If you notice there, I'm slightly too high and I tap down in a minute, because I would have got hit in being in that position. There you go. You can, if you want to, for score, position yourself in the bottom left-hand corner, so the pod is overlapping the little funnel that comes out, and you'll take out the body straight away. And he loops about 5 times, I think, and then it times out, and then yeah, we get points. Right, here's the iconic level 3 stage. Yeah, it's a bit gutsy, that is, going full blast. If that round bullet hit me, I would have died straight away. But yeah, I've played it enough to know when to move. Yeah, it's worth getting this weapon for the first half of the stage because you can take out the guns a lot easier. It doesn't matter anyway because you'll get back the round weapon back in a second. You're right, you want to be careful by here because those red lasers, they can take you out even with your pod. So you want to be careful by there. You don't want to get too close. You want to give yourself some time to react. So I stick with a yellow worm weapon. That's what I call it. The yellow worm weapon by there, because if you look with the yeah, it takes it a lot quicker. Yeah, this is where it gets a little bit tricky, I'd say, because if you notice, yeah, see those fireballs coming out? They can go through your pod, so you want to time it, because they come out in like 2-second increments. So as soon as you see it fire, just get in there, do some damage, get out. Don't hang around. Yeah, look, I should have had that there. Yeah, you can kill this boss with one full beam. I messed it up then though. There you go, 1 full beam. Easy boss, really. Yeah, there's no point doing that with a pod. I just thought it looked good because you get like a 3-way. Right, stage 4. This is where most people, yeah, don't never progress. But if you stick with this round ripple weapon, it's a lot easier. But this level, you must memorize where those dot enemies. You must memorize where they come up. If you look, I'm trying to kill them off as soon as they come on the screen to eliminate. There you go. You got to make sure you catch them as soon as they come on the screen. They come in the same place every time, so because R-type is really, there's no randomness to R-type at all. It's just everything's pre-planned. So as long as you're consistent with your strategies, you can't really die. Well, you can die. You just got to execute precision. Anyway, this is the tricky part. I always put the pod on the back by there because there's a lot of yeah, enemies coming from behind. If you notice the wave of enemies there, you want to get those out. I said, and put it back on the front by here because you get a load from the front. Come on, Mark, you doing it? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, and with a ripple weapon, you can just wipe all those out. Because for years I just stayed with the laser, and it was so difficult this stage with the laser. You want to watch out for those popcorn enemies coming from the top left because they can get you in trouble. Right, yeah, this boss is pretty simple. Pod on the back, tiny little taps. As long as you've got the top and bottom satellites, you can take out 2 enemies at once there, well, 2 parts at once. There you go. This is where it starts getting tricky. Well, I'd say level 5 is one of the easier stages. As long as you know where everything's coming from, it's not so bad. But yeah, you need to memorize this stage. You can't just improvise the stage. You've got to know where these worms are coming from. And stick with the ripple weapon because the yellow worm weapon is yeah, it's terrible for this stage. Because if you look with this ripple weapon, you can just destroy the worms instantly. Yeah, skip that. I wouldn't recommend that. Yeah, the only threat really on this stage are those two popcorn enemies that came out then. If you let them stay on the screen too long, they can cover the screen in bullets, and you just get in trouble when you're trying to dodge the worms coming on the screen as well. So you want to try and learn where they come from, so you can position yourself beforehand. Like by here, you want to make sure on the right hand side of the screen there, so when those 2 popcorn enemies come on, you got space to move. Because if I was positioned on the left before those two worms come on, then I'd have nowhere to run. So yeah, those guys, you want to learn where they come from. Yeah, I wouldn't get any speed ups more than one, because yeah, you just lose all precision on certain games. Like say Polestar, I just max out the speed, because it doesn't matter, because top speed isn't really that fast. But on R-Type, anything more than 2, and it's just, yeah, especially the next level, you'd never have the accuracy. Yeah, this boss is pretty simple if you got this weapon. If you get that yellow weapon, you're in trouble. There you go. Now and again, that boss can squash you. So I'm lucky then he didn't actually squash me. If I did, I'd have to put it on the back and yeah, just circle around him. It's a pretty easy boss as long as you've got that weapon. Right, this is the hardest level of the game. If you notice there, I wasn't cheating. I had invincibility, so I just take him out really quickly and go through the walls. But yeah, at this stage, this is the longest. The longest stage to learn. I got an exact route I go. If I stray off the route, that's it. I'm just dead. I can't improvise R-Type. I gotta know exactly what I'm doing, and if I'm out of position, that's it. I'm knackered. But yeah, this is the route I worked out. It's really tight timing. Like if I was to tap it once by there, the hitbox on those piston enemies is huge. So yeah, if your pixel touch there, pixel, you're dead. Yeah, this part's pretty simple. Just get up in there and hit them before they get a chance to spawn. This is the one level I recommend getting the laser on, actually. Well, this stage and the next stage. But under no circumstance get that yellow weapon, because it's bloody awful. Apart from the first part of the level 3 boss. Yeah, I'm going to hang back by here. Because see, that guy come on from the far right middle. And you would have had to. Now this is the hard part. You've got to position yourself very accurately there. There's like no leeway at all. I had one go before. I did this run on my second try, and that's what I lost. That's where I died on my first try, on that little squeeze between those two pistons. Yeah, this boss is easy. Just hang around by there. You can't really die. Full beams. You've got to make sure you overlap your pod though. If I was say 2 taps to the left, I wouldn't quite, the full beam wouldn't quite reach. So you want to make sure you're overlapping it at least a little bit. Yeah, that's the hardest stage. It's pretty much plain sailing from here. Sort of. There's a couple of tricky parts on stage 7. And I'll point those out now, actually. Yeah, if you notice now, I'm spamming the buttons because I don't want to go through level 6 again. It's a pain in the ass. Right, the only tricky part is this part here. You want to make sure that those enemies coming from the back. So if you notice there, I move very slowly. You want to get in the middle and slowly edge up. If I was to press up straight away, I would have run out of space to dodge the bullets from those that grey enemy from the left. So stay in the centre and gradually lead the bullets up. So yeah, getting closer every time. So don't get that weapon. It's good, but not for this stage. Yeah, there's a lot of people trying to stab you in the back on this stage, so you might want to swap the pod over now and again. If you notice, the bullets have got a lot faster from the previous stages. Yeah, the boss on this stage is really, really easy as well. No dodging really, just hang around in the same place. Right, on this stage you want to use, well, this boss, you want to use the background as a marker. if you notice, you can rely on this every single time. There you go. If you position yourself there, so the tip of your ship is just touching, yeah, the edge of that grate. And I could move up and down at the moment. I could go halfway up if I wanted to. I could go, well, not lower because that little guy's coming up. But yeah, it doesn't matter about your vertical position there, just your horizontal position. There is a few other safe boats on this stage, but I just use this one. And I like doing that with a pod as well, making it like a three-way gun. And it makes a noise as well, which is yeah, nice easy stage this. I never actually saw this on the Spectrum. On the Spectrum version I couldn't get past level 4, I think. It was just too... It's weird, the Spectrum version. It's really... It's too cramped, I found. It's a good conversion for the Spectrum, you know, full colour and what have you, but it was just too cramped. And a bit like the PC Engine version as well. I don't really like the PC Engine one. The scrolling is just... They shouldn't have done the scrolling. I don't like the scrolling, the up and down scrolling. Yeah, this stage, easy. Easiest level in the game. All you got to do is stay there and just jab fire. Oh, I got that weapon. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, you need this weapon for this stage. If you notice, it can take out those little alien babies. I think they are. Yeah, that's the only dodging you got to do in the game by there. When that first little whirlwind comes on, it's gonna hit you and it'll go through the satellite as well. So when that first little whirlwind comes on, press forward, it'll go past you, press back, that's it. That's all you gotta do now. But hold neutral, don't hold back by here. Make sure your satellites are perfectly straight. Actually, you might be able to do it with the other weapons. You can probably use the laser as well by there. I don't think it really matters. Because you've got the two satellites, it makes it a lot easier. So yeah, if you notice now, as soon as the last boss's those little worms open up, you want to fire your pod in as quick as you can. And your pod gets stuck inside and makes it easier. But as soon as you fire that pod in, you want to make sure you hold left on the joystick to bring your satellites forwards. If you see, yeah, it's hard to explain because I'm not pointing at the screen. But yeah, if you press left, if you notice your satellites move gradually forwards, because if you were moving back, the momentum would be pushing them forwards. Because if you don't hold back by here, those, now and again, one of those little green aliens, well, you can get hit basically. So you want to make sure, as soon as you fire that pod, hold back. Otherwise, yeah, you've had it. And there you go, there's stage 1. Loop 1. Yeah, anyway, well, I don't know if that was helpful at all. I might do this on another game. Yeah, it's harder than I thought, actually. But, yeah, well, I hope there's some strategies there you can use to improve your game of R-Type. Or if you think of any better strategies, just leave a message and, yeah, thanks. Anyway, I might do these again, depends how this one goes down. But yeah, thanks guys. Ta-da.